Hello everybody, welcome back. Last session, if you remember, I discussed definition as a theory of meaning, and we concluded that there is much more to the meaning of a word than its definition in a dictionary. Today, I will discuss and also very briefly, reference as a theory of meaning. This theory assumes that the meaning of a linguistic term is its referent. Let me introduce you to some terms first. Reference is when we hook a linguistic term onto a real-life entity. Reference is also defined as the relationship between parts of a language and things outside the language, i.e., things in the world. Referent, on the other hand, is the entity or the thing in the world. For example, CHAIR, chair, is a referring term or a linguistic item. This CHAIR is actually used to refer to this entity in real world. So this object around you, the object that you find around you and you call chair, is actually the referent. So, hooking CHAIR onto this object is reference. Now, the question to be raised is actually, can reference account for the meaning of a linguistic term? In other words, is the referent of a particular linguistic term its meaning? Well, to answer this question, let's have a look at these points. What about non-referring terms? Well, we do have non-referring terms. Grammatical words or function words are non-referring terms. Function words or grammatical words, just like conjunctions, articles, prepositions, and the like. Now, some of these function words do have meanings but have no referent at all. For example, because, nevertheless, however, they do have meanings but they have no reference in the real world. Some other function words, like the articles, for example, have no meaning at all but they add to the meaning of the utterance. So, if we accepted reference as the theory of meaning, and if we accepted that the fact that the meaning of a linguistic term is its referent, we would assume that such function words or grammatical words are meaningless, useless, which is actually not true. The second point to be raised here is lexical words with meaning but no reference in real world. How could that be? We might have some lexical terms that do have meanings but have no reference at all in real world, such as, for example, abstract words with abstract notions, or words that signify abstract notions: loyalty, justice, love. Justice has no object, no real life object around us. Does it mean that it's meaningless? Expressions such as unicorn, the World War III, for example. Now, these are terms that do have meanings, but actually, terms or phrases that do have meanings, but actually have no reference at all. And they are actually considered as lexical terms. The third point to be raised is consistency versus variability of reference. Now, there is very little consistency of reference in language, even if we are talking about linguistic terms that are actually classified as referring terms. When I use the term chair in a classroom, for example, of rows of 30 chairs, the referent of CHAIR, chair, can be any of the 30 chairs in the room. So if I am in a classroom there, okay, with the 30 chairs in there, 15 of which are empty, and a latecomer came in, okay, I would just ask that latecomer to grab herself a chair, and sit down. This CHAIR, chair, when I told her to grab herself a chair, okay, might refer to any of the 15 empty chairs in the room. Now, personal pronouns also have variable referent depending on the situation in which a pronoun is used, depending on the speaker, depending on the addressee as well. So we have such kind of terms with variable reference. To conclude, we may also say that there is much more to the meaning of a word than its referent. So this is the end of today's session. I hope you find it useful. For those who are interested, these are the references for today's session. That's all. Stay safe, stay healthy, and bye-bye for now.